Good morning, everyone. Welcome you all to the semester 2 of your first year engineering curriculum. So this is the first lecture of your semester 2. So before I start with the engineering graphics subject, we will see all the subjects of semester 2 that you are going to study. So in the semester 2, there are total 6 theory subjects. So first is the engineering mathematics 2, then engineering physics 2, engineering chemistry 2, then computer programming, so that is a CP, engineering graphics, and professional communication and ethics. Okay, and there is one workshop practice too. So this is only term work part. So total 6 subjects are for theory examination. So first 3 subjects, that is engineering mathematics, engineering physics, and engineering chemistry. So they are from the fundamental science. So computer programming. So this is from the computer engineering. Engineering graphics, this subject is from mechanical engineering, or this is from the civil engineering. So this is your communication skill. So this is about your English language. And workshop practice 2, this is again from the mechanical engineering. So this is common for mechanical and the electrical engineering. So this is our overall course structure for the semester 2. So this is your engineering graphics. So its course code is FEC 204, and this is from the mechanical engineering. So let's see the overall course structure and the laboratory structure for the engineering graphics. So engineering graphics, it has a course code of FEC 204. So in your timetable, there are theory classes. So 4 theory classes per week. And for your practical, it is again 4 hours per week for each batch. Then about the assessment part, in the internal assessment, there are 2 compulsory class tests. So each carries 15 mark. And your end semester theory exam. So this theory exam means it is a drawing exam. So you have to prepare the drawing on the drawing sheets. So it carries 60 mark and weightage for module as per the number of teaching hours. So total theory weightage of this engineering graphics subject, it is 60 plus 15, that is equal to 75 marks. So this total subject is for 75 marks from theory point of view. And the second part of this subject is laboratory, that is your practical. So laboratory has course code FEL 203. Then teaching hours or practical hours, 4 hours each batch. So this practical, it is divided into manual drafting and we have one AutoCAD software. So manual drafting carries 2 hours and AutoCAD software, it is of 2 hours. Okay. So this total laboratory work, it has 20 marks. So this carries 10 marks and this carries 10 marks. So this laboratory work, so this is the split up of the laboratory work. So you have to prepare 5 drawing sheets on the half empirical drawing sheet. So this is the size, half empirical. Then you have to prepare 8 assignments. So basically these assignments means you have to prepare the drawing in the A3 drawing sheets and 5 AutoCAD drawing sheets. Okay, so this AutoCAD, so this is based on the AutoCAD software. And attendance carries 5 marks. So total term work, it carries 25 marks. So 20 manual drafting plus AutoCAD, and 5 marks are for the attendance. Okay, so total term work for this subject is 25 marks, and end semester practical exam, it carries the 50 marks. Okay, so this is overall course and laboratory structure. So what are the course outcome? That means after completion of this course, what is expected from the students? So first outcome for this engineering graphics subject is apply the basic principles of projection in the projection of lines and projection of plane. Okay. Then second outcome is apply the basic principles of the projection in the projection of solid. Third outcome is apply the basic principles of the sectional view in the section of solid. Then apply the basic principle of projections in converting a 3D view into 2D drawing. Then fifth outcome, read the given drawing. And last is visualize an object from the given two views. Okay, so these outcomes, they are based on each module. So we will see all these outcomes when we will study the each module. So what is basically engineering graphics? So graphics is the representation of any three-dimensional object on a two-dimensional plain paper or a surface. Okay, so this is simple definition of the graphics. Okay, what is engineering graphics? So engineering graphics is the language used by the engineers which communicates the idea or thought with the help of the graphics or the drawing. Okay, so in a more technical way, we can define the engineering graphics as. So engineering graphics, it mainly deals with the preparation of the detailed drawing of machines or parts or object or a building plan or any other engineering component. Okay, so basically in the engineering graphics, so engineering graphics, sometimes it is referred as an engineering drawing. So in the engineering graphics or engineering drawing, the main aim is we have to prepare the detailed drawing of the machine or the components of that machine. Okay, so these components will be manufactured by using some manufacturing processes. Okay, so we have to prepare the detailed drawing which will carry its shape, then size of that component. So you can see the simple graphical representation. So this is the first drawing. So this is the drawing of the nature. Okay, second drawing, it is the conceptual car design. So what is basic difference between a simple drawing that we call as a art? So these two drawings, they represent the art. Okay, so this is not an engineering drawing. Okay, so what is engineering graphics or engineering drawing? So engineering graphics, it mainly deals with the detailed drawing of the 3D machine parts on the two-dimensional paper. So what is important in the engineering graphics is dimensions of that part. So we have to specify the dimension because these dimensions, they are referred by the manufacturer for the manufacturing of the given component. Okay, so basically in the engineering graphics, we will prepare the drawing of the components or the machine parts which will be finally manufactured by the company. Okay, so that is our ultimate aim, to prepare the drawing in the engineering graphics. Okay, so also engineering graphics or the engineering drawing, it includes the scale use. So we will see afterwards what is meaning of a scale, and also it specifies the material of the components for the manufacturing. So the engineering drawing, it consists of the detailed drawing of that part or component. It consists of the dimensions, then scale used to prepare that drawing, and the material of that part, which will be used by the manufacturer. So what is significance of the engineering graphics? Why we should study the engineering graphic? So first significance is to prepare a detailed drawing of any component for the manufacturing purpose or for the analysis purpose. Okay. The second significance is to develop an ability to read the given drawing. And third is to develop a good imagination power. Okay, so these are the significance of the engineering graphics. So this is one drawing sheet. So how we prepare a engineering drawing. So here, this is the actual three-dimensional object. So basically this is a car jack. So you must have seen this car jack. We use this car jack to lift the car. Suppose we want to manufacture this car jack, okay? Then the engineer need to prepare a detailed drawing of the various components that will be used for the manufacturing of this car jack, okay? So you can observe here. So this is the detailed drawing. So in the detailed drawing, it includes the various parts of this car jack, okay? And at the same time, you can observe here, these are the dimensions. So these dimensions will be referred by the manufacturing engineer, okay? So that the part can be manufactured with a proper dimension. At the same time, it includes the material. So here, this block is nothing but the material list, okay? So this is the detailed drawing, or we can say this is the engineering drawing of the given object. So basically, the engineering graphics or the engineering drawing, it serves as a medium between the engineer and the manufacturer, okay? So you can see here simple concept of the medium. Suppose we want to convey one idea. So person one wants to convey the idea to person two. So we need some medium. So this medium, it can be a written language. It can be a verbal language or verbal communication. So medium can be a sign language, or we can use the medium as a graphical language. Okay. So engineering graphics, basically the graphical language to convey the idea or the thought. Okay. So this engineering graphical language has mainly two parts. One is the art and second is the engineering drawing or engineering graphics. Okay. So in the art, we can prepare the drawing just by imagination, and we can use the oil paint or the watercolor. So the art, basically, it doesn't include the dimensions, because the ultimate aim of the art is not to manufacture that object. Okay, it is just a representation of the thought. But in the engineering graphics, the ultimate aim is to manufacture or the analyze the component. So the engineering graphics, it includes the mechanical drawing, electrical drawing, then electronic drawing, and the civil drawings. Okay, so we will see some examples for each drawing. What is the mechanical, electrical, electronic, and the civil drawing. So mechanical drawing means it consists the drawing used for the manufacturing or the assembly purpose of the mechanical components. So this is one simple example. So this is the water pump, which is assembled to the motor. So this is the pump assembly. So basically this is a centrifugal pump. And this part, it is the motor. Okay. So when engineer designs the pump and the motor, and suppose we want to give this drawing to the manufacturer, then we have to prepare a detailed drawing of the assembly and the various components. Okay. So this is the example of the mechanical drawing. So basically mechanical drawing, it deals with the mechanical components. The second example in the mechanical drawing is, so this is the turbine, so which is used for the electricity generation in the power stations. So this type of turbines, they are used in the hydropower plant. Okay, so this is the actual turbine, and this is the engineering drawing. So basically engineering drawing, it includes various views. So this is the front view. So if you observe this from this side, so this is your front direction. Okay, so this will give a front view. And if you observe this turbine from the top direction, so you will get the top view. So basically engineering drawing, it includes various views, and at the same time, it includes the dimensions. Then in the electrical drawing, it consists the wiring diagrams, then drawings for the transformer, motor drawing. Okay, so basically the components which are used for the power generation or the supply of the electricity. So this is the transformer. So basically transformers, they are used for the amplify the voltage or to step down the voltage. Okay. So you must have seen such type of transformer at the substation. So this is the detailed drawing of that transformer. So such type of drawings, they are used by the electrical engineers. Then electronic drawing. So this drawing, it consists the wiring diagrams, then circuit diagrams. Okay. So this is one example. We have one printed circuit board. So this is the PCB layout. And you can observe here various components, they are mounted on this PCB. Okay. So it consists this IC. Then we have capacitors. Okay, then we have the connectors. So for the manufacturing purpose of this printed circuit board, we need to prepare a detailed drawing of these various components, and at the same time, the wire connection. So you can observe here the wire network. Okay, so this is the wire network. So the engineering drawing of this electronic component will be like this. Okay. Then the civil drawing. So civil drawing, it consists of the detailed plan of the building. So you must have seen such type of plans, which is used by the civil engineer while constructing the building. So basically this building plan, it gives the proper layout of your building. So in the module 1, so this is the overall content of the module 1. So first is the introduction to the engineering graphics, then principles of engineering graphics and their significance, then usage of the drawing instruments. So we will see the various drawing instruments to prepare the drawing sheets, then types of lines, then dimensioning system, then introduction to plane and the diagonal scale, engineering curves, and basic constructions of the cycloid, involute curve, and the helix. Okay. So we will see this one by one. So first we will see various geometrical instruments that are required to prepare the drawing sheet. So first one is the roller scale. So roller scale, this is used to draw the parallel lines. So with the help of this roller scale, we can draw the parallel lines. So basically this roller, it helps to slide the scale in this direction. Okay. And therefore we can draw the parallel lines with the help of the roller scale. Like this. Then second instrument, it is the mini drafter and the drawing clips. So mini drafter, this is used to draw the exact perpendicular and the horizontal line. So basically this is used for the orthographic projection. So I will demonstrate the use of this instrument in the next lecture. So this is just an introduction. So if it is possible, then you purchase these instruments, roller scale, then mini drafter, then drawing clips. So drawing clips, they are used to connect the drawing sheet or your sketchbook to the drawing board. Then set square, protractor, and the compass. So for the set square, there are two set square used. One is 30, 60, 90, and second is 45, 45, 90. So the first one here, this is 30, 60, 90. That means this angle is 30. And this angle is 60 degree. And this is 90 degree. And second set square is, this is 45 degree. And this is 45 degree. Okay. So this is also used to draw the parallel lines. And at the same time, you can use to draw the various angles without using the protractor. Okay. So how to use the set square, I will explain in the next lecture. Then this is the protractor, which is used for the draw the line at the given angle. And this is the compass. The next is container. So container is used to carry the drawing sheet. So you can see here, these are the drawing sheets. So we can carry the drawing sheet without folding. Then we will prepare the drawing in the A3 size drawing book. So you need to purchase this A3 size sketchbook. And for the Termoc part, we will use the half empirical drawing sheets. Okay, so basically these are A2 size drawing sheets. and use the H2H and HB pencil. Okay, so these are the various drawing instruments that are required to prepare the drawing. So if possible, you immediately purchase the A3 size drawing sketchbook. Okay. And this drawing instrument, set square, protractor, compass, and the roller scale. Okay. Okay, so now we will start with your actual syllabus. That is the type of line, because all the drawings they are prepared with the help of the lines. So line can be a straight line or the curved line. So there are various types of line used to prepare the drawing. So we will see the types of line and the application of these lines. So the first type of line, it is the continuous thick or continuous wide line. Okay. So continuous thick line, what is the use of this line? So this is used to draw the visible outline or the visible edges. Okay. So what is meaning of visible outline and the visible edges? So take the simple example. So this is the given object. Okay. And we want to prepare the drawing of this three-dimensional object on a plain paper or the drawing sheet. Okay. And just imagine the observer is looking at this object from this side. Okay. So this is the observer. So from this side, observer will observe this visible edges. So basically this is the outline. Okay. So to draw this outline on the plain paper, we will use the continuous thick line. So this outline will be, so on the paper we will draw okay. So this is the drawing when we observe the given object from this direction. Okay. So the line used to draw the outline. So this is the continuous thick line. Okay. So this is the use of the continuous thick line. So generally we draw this line on the drawing sheet with the help of a 2H pencil, or sometimes we use the HB pencil. Okay. Then second type of line, it is the continuous thin line, or sometimes it is called as a continuous narrow line. Okay. So it is used to draw the imaginary line of the intersections, then dimension line, extension line, projection line. Okay. So you can observe here the difference between a continuous thick line, which is used for the outline, and the continuous thin line. Okay. So you can see this difference. So continuous thin line. So this is the continuous thin line. Okay. And this is the continuous thick line. So thick line, it is used for the outline of the object, and thin line, they are used for the dimensions. So this dimension line, it is nothing but the continuous thin line. Also, these extension lines used for the giving the dimension. So basically they specify the limit of this dimension line. Okay. So these are called as extension lines. So both extension line and the dimension lines, they are nothing but the continuous thin line. Okay. So suppose we want to give the dimension of this visible outline. Then we should draw a thin line So you can observe here the thickness difference between visible outline and the dimension line. Okay. So this is use of continuous thin line. To draw this thin line, we can use the H pencil. Okay. And therefore, you must have these three type of pencil. One is H, 2H, and the HB. So you can purchase the lead pencil. The next type of the line is, so this is the continuous thin freehand line. So this line, it is used to limit of partial or the interrupted view or the section view. Okay. So where do we use such type of line, which is called as a freehand line? So you can observe here, we have two drawings for the mechanical component. So this component, so suppose this is the front view. That means if you observe this from this direction, okay, and let us take this as a side view. That means we draw the view by observing from this side. Okay. So if you observe from this side, then this view, basically it is a circular, and therefore it is symmetric about this center line. Okay. So it is not necessary to show the half part of that complete view, and therefore we can break this view